I'm an idiot. Let's try this again. Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa, and tonight we are playing Farming Sim 19 on Ungetsheim. And I forgot to switch over the what is it, OBS to be recording the right game. So, since last week, I have bought some chickens and some food for the chickens. Where's the food go? Oh, crud. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, we just unloaded all of the wheat we just bought. Don't know why I'm looking there, because that's not where I want to look. Actually, it's where I want to look. Okay, fertilized. Our ground is fertilized, it's just not ready for stuff. In the meantime, how's our chickens doing? We need to get the rest of our wheat out of the silo, which we just accidentally poured in there. I don't think I've got a bucket to do it with right now. So over there we have that. Well, so I got the 3-point attacher pallet fork, which will help us to bring things over from the store. I think I also want to go and buy something else now too. Okay, that doesn't work. I'll lower that and drop it off there. So since we're going to need to move a bunch of light stuff, I think there's a little transport gubbins I can also carry on the 3-point, so we'll get that too. We're going to need a trailer eventually, but for now I have no idea what I need to look for, so let's go trailers. That thing, 1400, carries 2,000 litres of everything, so we will. Main colour is black. Let's go an onyx thing with the main colour of that. Okay, we'll get the wheat out of our silo and give it to the chickens. Hope. Of course, we could have a huge problem and completely fail with this. Okay, that's on. I didn't bother with a front loader for this tractor. So we just have what we have. And the pipes around the back, yep. Okay. Ooh. Might be too far. Oh, that wasn't too far. There we go. So there's our wheat. Very slow in reversing. Okay, how do we unload this? Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay, it's a completely manual using the mouse thing. Can I use the joystick? Oh, I can use the joystick to open and close the flap. Tipping up doesn't work. Okay. Well, good to know. Let's put this over there. That's the chickens taken care of. There we go. I'm going to put this in here too, in the same place. So I don't think we're probably going to use the forks sooner than later. I'll put them next to each other. Okay, so that's all done. Chickens are cared for. Also, end of last week we bought ourselves a fuel tank because I can't find fuel anywhere on this map. There may be some, but I didn't find it. Whoops. So, managed to refuel the tractor, which is a good thing. So, we still have the cultivator. Let's investigate the world. So, chicken's not fertile. I think we've got around about 20 chickens and a bunch of roosters. One rooster per 5 chickens. $1,744 litres of food to feed the animals for the next year. And yet we just put 997 litres in. I don't know. In the meantime, we can't plant anything. It's 5 degrees out. I think it's mid-afternoon day 2. It's lunchtime day 2. So we should then find something for us to do. We have a cultivator. Ploughing, cultivating. Oh, this was the, I don't know how close all these fields are, so does 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46 need anything done? So 40 through 46. They're close-ish. No. Okay then. Pick me some different numbers. Ugh. Still not used to that. 8, 11, 10, 8, 7, 5. 8, 11, 13, 15. There's 8. Not seeing anything else. Let's go do 8. Oh, you want ploughed? Nah, not really into ploughing. 35, 36, 37. Ugh. Nope. Okay. Let's go 71, 70 to 373 or 77. 70, 72. There we go. That'll keep us gainfully employed. Yeah. Of course, I need to know how to get there. So we're here. Go out the front, down the road, past the animal dealer. Past the animal dealer and turn right. Seems fair. 72 we took, yeah. Okay, past the animal dealer, turn right. Let's go then. Time is wasting. Okay. Oh, big jar truck! No! Gee. Okay then. That might be a spinnery. Might be the animal dealer. And we want to take a right-hand turn. Possibly here. Yeah, why not? Can turn that off. Oh, 72 is a big field. Which started just over there. Okay. Well, this is going to take us a while. Well, I did say I was thinking of borrowing the equipment from there onwards, but is that working? That's working. Okay. Let's go. Is it right? It's raining. Ugh. Don't you just hate? You start work and then all of a sudden it starts raining. This is the road at the other end of the field. This is going to take us some time. They really should have borrowed the equipment rather than using mine. It doesn't look that big. We're not stopping for the weather in this case. We're just going to keep going. However, the big wheels and weights is helping with traction. I could theoretically push this up to a 5 metre cultivator of the same type, the Brony 5M, but it doesn't fold very well. It's basically a 3M with two 1 metre extensions which fold up at the end but stick out, make the transit mode pretty much as wide as the 5 metre, so it sticks out way too wide for this map. If I could find a way to not have to drive on the roads with it, probably work out better for me. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Obviously, with this size of equipment, we're not really running much issues with the cramped nature of these fields. Oh, okay, we'll go forwards, whatever. I will run a headland round. Now, this field isn't exactly on the compass cardinal points. What I'm going to try and do is see if we can maintain something of a straight line from now onwards. That's about right. Do this bit here. Back up to the edge of about there. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? I'm doing okay. We are on Ungetsheim, cultivating in the rain. Actually cultivating someone else's field in the rain, because my fields are all done and I can't plant anything until it gets warmer. Maybe the rain will fix that. I'm kind of thinking there's the potential to earn a lot of money on this map because there are A, a lot of fields, and B, they're not exactly small. And that's an issue I've noticed with most of the maps I've been playing so far, like the Old Stream Farm and the likes, is the fields are small, so you don't get much money for your harvest. You do something like Lone Oak, and a harvest on one field is anything up to 150,000 pounds, or euros, or dollars, or whatever you're playing with. There's a lot of map makers are using their own textures. I must admit, I don't know much about this particular map or the map maker involved with it. But I figured it was worth playing something a little bit different. And the map's kind of interesting because of the relative size of everything. And it works with seasons, so yay bonus. Yes, it's on ModHub. I think I spelt it right on the stream description. And since I've started with start from scratch, I do not have a lot of money to play with. Now, one thing I'm not sure is whether this counts as cultivating, as far as my personal achievements are concerned. Maybe I should check that. But we've got some chickens to make eggs for us, so that there's at least a little bit of money coming in. Lift that up. So, where is stats there? Driving distance, blah blah blah. This is not counting money, but it is going to be counting missions. At least when we completed it, it will be counted as a mission. I figured since the game's been going for a year, I should probably think about getting some of the achievements done, so that I don't end up in the end of next year with half a dozen achievements still not yet completed. So doing contracts is the thing. Cultivating your own land is a thing, which is why I've picked a cultivator and seeder as opposed to a seeder that also cultivates. If that works. Huh?
It's football time.
Yeah, football. Who's playing?
What do you think?
Oh, you already had a Monday.
We play the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
At late.
Okay, so there's going to be some screaming in tonight's stream. Oxygen David's one who does play around with the textures. Okay, we'll put up and get the bit we missed. Not that we have to, but there looks a bit off too. Okay. I think this texture does look better than the default cultivated texture. Looks a little bit more realistic, I think. Not that I get to see much cultivated land around me. The farmers in this neck of the woods are pretty much cultivating in the morning and planting in the afternoon, so that the ground looks like it's just been sown. And since I'm not out and about sort of midday, I don't get to see what the ground looks like just after they've cultivated it. I think I mentioned last week the farmer who lives between, or whose fields are between where I live and the highway, pretty much in a couple of days he had harvested. It actually took him a couple of days to do the harvest. He planted soybeans this year, and then because the first day he harvested half his field, I think, ran around the headlands, but he wasn't harvesting until late afternoon into the night. And then the next day his harvester was sat there for almost the entire day, and when we came home in the evening he was out there harvesting and still had a fair bit to do. And then, 2-3 days later, field was cultivated and sown with a new crop. And caught him actually refilling his seeder from a little seed tender that he'd hauled out to the field with his pickup truck. Which is a method I did with on law folds. Was I had an auger wagon, small auger wagon, just filled with seed, another one with fertilizer, so I could refill in the fields. Although on law folds I had some big machinery and many fields to do in one run, so it was just easier to refill on the fields. But local farmer only has a small seeder, probably about 4 meters or thereabouts, and the field is quite big, so he got about half of it done before he had to refill the seeder. At least I assume he got half of it done. He may only have got a quarter of it done and be on his second refill, for all I know. But the town we live in, we're on the outskirts, so go any further out, then it is all farmland. But even within the town, between housing developments, there are farm fields. So a little bit like the Old Stream Farm, where you've got fields behind houses and between houses and across the road from houses. Centre of town, obviously nothing, but it's not a big town.
Nice, nice.
And there we go. Football is happening. I'm not doing too bad with this dead reckoning, but I'm not exactly straight. This isn't much off the top speed of the tractor. I think we're capable of about 24 kilometres an hour, and working speed of this cultivator is 16, so not a lot in it there. Okay, we'll do the bit to our left.